Hey everyone, it's Joy here, and I'm excited to share this super cute and fun shaker card. I love making shaker cards, and these products make it so super easy. So we're going to start with the Petal Pop die, and so you have a couple centers there. One's going to cut the hole. We've got our stems and leaves and cute little bumblebees. They're so much fun. Then we have our shaker bubbles. We have the pop sentiments and coordinating dies to go along with those. I'm going to be using lemon meringue, lollipop, and poblano pepper ink, along with Peapod ink and Oreo ink, and some colored cardstock. So I'm going to start with some sugar cube cardstock, and I thought it would be fun just to create a colorful flower. So I'm using the three colors, the lemon meringue, lollipop, and poblano pepper. And there are 6 little petals here, so I'm going to ink blend 2 petals in each color. I just thought it would be fun. My son says it kind of has a tie-dye feel, and I think that it does. It just felt super playful, and that's kind of what I was going for here. I think shaker cards are, because they're interactive, are very playful. So this was my whole little idea here. So this is lollipop ink. And my original plan was to make 2 of these flowers, but I just couldn't make it fit on my card, so I went with 1. But I will use this flower die to die cut a green flower from the Peapod cardstock. That's going to be our backer, but I'll show you that in just a little bit. Here is the lemon meringue, and I'm going to ink blend in here, and I'm not really worried about the center because we're going to be taking the largest circle and die cutting out the center. It's also going to leave this really fun embossed detail around the hole, and the flower itself is stitched, so it just gives you a lot of little detail. So here is that die cut circle. This is going to die cut this out so we can have our little shaker piece, our shaker bubble, will fit right inside of this. So our flower will fit around it. So we're going to die cut that out, and then I can just discard that little circle piece because we don't need that. But I did use this circle piece to die cut. Oh no, I did not. I'm sorry. I used the smaller circle piece to die cut the center, which I will show you here in a little bit. I have the leaves and stems that I am ink blending with Peapod ink, which I think just adds a little bit of extra color. And I'm using Granny Smith cardstock here. And then for our cute little bumblebees, I have lemon meringue and Oreo cardstock, and I was just trying to get the right back for the right front of the cute little bumblebees. I'm going to do 2 of those. I did die cut multiples. I thought maybe I'd use 3, but I only ended up using 2. And then their wings are die cut from Vellum, which is so cute. Look at that little bumblebee. So I'm going to adhere my next one, just adding a little bit of liquid glue behind the lemon meringue cardstock piece here. And then I can add the piece that has the eye die cut out, and then again adding our vellum wings right to the back. It just looks like 2 little die cut hearts for the wings. Then I am using the Flower Fields embossing folder on a A2 size piece of sugar cube cardstock. I did want to have some detail on the background because I knew it was going to be white because the flower is so colorful. Here is that smaller piece of Granny Smith cardstock, and I am ink blending that with Peapod ink just around the edges to give a little bit more detail, but this has fun detail in the center of it. I want to adhere that to that flower that I said I was going to die cut from the Granny Smith cardstock. And I'm going to line this up right in the center. This is going to be our backing piece, so that way our shaker bubble will have something to adhere to. So I'm going to make sure that center piece is nice and adhered down. I'm going to flip over the front piece that we did all of the ink blending, and I'm going to add some tape runner around this, especially around that hole. I want this to adhere to the top side of our shaker bubble. because the back side has the adhesive, but I want that to stay there. I'm going to lift up the edge just a little bit so that way once I dump my shaker bits in, I can peel the release paper back good. So I am using sparkly circles and rainbow rhinestones in my shaker bits, and I put a lot of the sparkly circles. I like how little they are. They're so fun and colorful. Now I can peel back the release paper, and I'm going to line my flower up, and it's not even on all sides, so it does have a way that it lines up. And because I also have adhesive on the back of the front flower, it just adheres nicely. Look at our fun little shaker. I love that. So now we can adhere this to the background. I'm going to use some liquid glue, but we're going to offset this, line it up on the right side of our A2 size card panel. Then we can line up our stem and our leaves. But it's so colorful against that background. So you could do this any color that you wanted. You could just do it a solid color, but I was just really feeling the multicolor here. And we're going to tuck in 2 of the leaves. And then we're using the pop sentiments. And the sentiment that I chose out of that is, it says, "You're the best." So I'm going to ink that up with Oreo ink a couple times to get a really good dark black crisp image. And then I'm going to use the coordinating die to die cut that out. I'm just going to tape that in place with some low tack tape, and then I can run this through my die cut machine. I'm going to add some foam sticky strips behind my sentiment and both of the cute little bumblebees. And I'm just going to add those around. I think they are such a cute little addition. And then I want to finish the card off with some of those rainbow rhinestones. Remember, we put a few of those in our shaker element, but I thought I would bring more of those out. They're so colorful. They're so pretty. So I'm going to do 2 groupings of 3 here, and then I can just use some liquid glue to get those to adhere down. And then we can take a look at this up close. Look at all of that fun glittery shaker material in there. That's those little sparkly circles, and they're so, so pretty. But I just think this is a really fun and super easy card to make. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can find all of these products at the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com.